All right, we got, I'm not gonna say Speaks Solar Speaks, and this is AMP should be worried about Faze. Let's check this out.
Chokehold on the streaming game for the last couple of years, but I'm not gonna lie, with the things Faze are doing and what they're about to do in 2025, AMP might got some competition. Or do they? That's what I want to talk about today. So this conversation has been passively talked about over the course of the year, but a specific interaction between Kai and Rage recently sparked the conversation to a whole new level.
We actually hang out on and off camera.
Shut your ass up.
Here's the thing. We actually hang out on and off camera.
Chat, here's the thing with this though. It's hard to hang out off stream with Faze members because every Faze member actually streams every day. The only time we get to hang out is at night after we all end. We all stream they all stream every day. I started streaming every day and like bro.
That's a great
Bro said W excuse.
Bro, he streamed 2 times this year. Y'all go stream.
Yo, that's a good excuse, bro.
You and AJ and Faze going to get stream.
Hold on. Wait.
So as with a lot of things in the streaming world, the Clippers got a clip and the reactors got to react. And the Big Drop had to drop his opinion on this whole matter. That was insane, Glaze.
From the beginning of AMP, bro, it has been stamped. AMP, bro, we do content on our YouTube channel, bro. That statement that AMP don't do shit together is fucking cap. From the beginning of time, even when Rage used to react to AMP shit, Rage was reacting to AMP videos. Rage was reacting to AMP stream before he joined Faze and AMP outside event. We've been doing the same blueprint the whole time. We ain't switched up. So now that niggas trying to push this, they don't do shit together. No, y'all do y'all content over there on stream, and y'all do y'all shit over there. We do all shit on our AMP channel, nigga. That's what our group content is. Saying there's no different. We still do it on the same channel. The only difference is we just get a lot more views now. You know what I'm saying? A little pound on the back. Y'all don't got no channel and shit. And just because y'all be doing y'all group content on stream, don't try to discredit our shit. Matter of fact, y'all don't worry about this. Don't worry about nothing AMP related. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got bigger shit to worry about over there. You know what I'm saying?
And then Rage saw Duke's reaction and said this.
2025 about to be different, gang. I ain't know niggas was sensitive. Like, look, bro. But if niggas can't troll with the bros, I'm good, gang. Niggas can roast me all they want. You can say anything you want about Faze, because I know it's jokes and shit. You can flame me. Faze can't react Andy. I don't give a fuck, because we bantering with the bros at the end of the day. But if you can't, I understood the XQC shit, because that's not really your bro. But if the bros can't troll, I'm good. I am so good. Yo, I didn't get the update. I didn't get the memo. I didn't know niggas was moving different. I ain't know niggas was sensitive now. I ain't gonna cap. Niggas ain't text me the update, yo, you can't talk like this on stream no more, because you in Faze now. So, like, niggas gonna take it like, I ain't know. On God, I ain't get the update.
So naturally, the internet wanted to overblow the situation and talk about, oh, Rage and AMP got beef now. Rage and Duke got beef. I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah, I don't think it's that serious. Like I said, and plus, I don't even be on social media anymore like that, bro. If you go on X, bro, it always gonna be some weird stuff going on. So that's why I don't even take nothing they say serious on X. I don't take nothing they say serious.
But I do want to have a conversation about how Faze and AMP have evolved this year, because compared to how these organizations, these groups look like in 2020, 2021, it is so interesting how they've taken over the social media game and how they've honestly evolved and changed the streaming game as a whole. So let's start off with Faze, because just over a year ago, they were on the verge of ending everything. There was a phase in Faze's timeline where essentially they sold out the company to the corporate dudes. After blowing up initially through gaming and Call of Duty content with like a very select few members, and they expanded out the company to just be something that it honestly was never intended to be. They had Snoop Dogg on the roster, they had Bronny on the roster, they had a bunch of dudes that you would never think would be in Faze, but like were in Faze. I even remember there was a year where like OSN was in Faze. Y'all remember that? Y'all probably don't. But this year they made a very big move, effectively resetting the company. They fired a bunch of employees. They fired and let go of a bunch of former Faze members to really key in on who is and deserves to be in Faze.
We're cutting the roster down significantly. We had something like 140 employees this time last year. I think we have 30 right now. I want to cut that down even further to like 10. I firmly believe that as long as the brand is taken care of, as long as the people who are a part of the brand, you know, that roster of 10 people are all on the same page, have the same focus, have the same vision, and are incentivized the right way. Like the corny, like us paying members to put Faze in their name and having that be the relationship, like that doesn't work. It's whack. I want no part of that. It doesn't do anything for either side. It's this weird transactional shit. We're not Red Bull.
And they also brought in a bunch of new members in Faze, specifically Jason, Max, Silky. Lacey was brought in as well. Rage was signed the year prior. Ronaldo's been with Faze for a minute now, but he's definitely a part of this new group as well. And a lot of people were just not fans of this new move, and at the very least, were very, very skeptical on if it's the right decision for the company to do. This is a company that's trying to get back into the limelight by leaving what they were originally known.
Well, they might have a nice moment this year. They might have a nice little amp this year
For, and that can either be a hit or miss. It was either going to go two ways. It was either going to alienate everyone that liked Faze originally, or it was going to introduce them to new eyeballs that they never had access to before. And I'm not going to lie, the latter happened. If we look at all of the members of the new iteration of Faze, all of them had career years this year, essentially. Jason this year won Breakout Streamer of the Year and had career numbers. Max is having a career year. Ronaldo's having a career year. Here's Lacey. You can argue that Silky's not having his best year, but you can also argue that he still is. The only outlier in all of this is probably Rage, but Rage is definitely different because he went to a different platform, but even he's come back to Twitch and he's having insane numbers in December. I want to shout out Adapt as well because he's been having a really good...
I don't know who this guy is. I don't know him. I just see him. I don't know him though, so I guess he's like a old member of the Faze clan gang thing.
2024, he's definitely taking advantage of this new wave, being one of the OGs of the group. They also have a YouTube channel with 8.5 million subscribers, but they definitely don't upload on this anymore. But this was like their OG YouTube channel with all the Call of Duty stuff on it. And they also have a new channel this year called Just Faze, and this is essentially just for this new iteration of Faze. It already has roughly 200,000 subscribers. They have 2 videos with 1 million+ views. They even have a video with Mr. Beast that has 700,000. And all of this is accumulated to a year where Faze won Organization of the Year at this year's Streamer Awards. Now, when you look at AMP, they've also had a ridiculous year this year. Don't get it twisted. Their YouTube channel was 6.86. I'm gonna round it up to 7 million subscribers.
Them boys stay getting them new. They stay getting them meals.
Continues to grow. They also had a video with Mr. Beast this year and that got 14 million views. Their average video gets roughly around 4 to 5 million views, with the floor being like 1.6 to 2. And while there have been streaming groups in the past, I want to shout out RDC here because they've definitely been doing it for a very long time. I think AMP has definitely changed the streaming world in terms of, and honestly, beyond the streaming world, just in the content world, how content groups are formed. I think what they've done is set a blueprint for how you can succeed in streaming as a content group while still having individual platforms for the individual members. And I would love to ask them this, but I think when they first started AMP, I don't necessarily think that was the plan. I think when they started AMP, I think the vision was to grow the YouTube channel as a group, very similar to how the Sidemen have done things. But with Kai Cenat blowing up the way that he did when he did it, I ain't gonna lie, shit had to shake on the fly, and what has transpired has been beautiful, I ain't gonna lie. But speaking of the members, obviously they have Kai. I don't need to go through his numbers. One of the 3 biggest streamers in the world, arguably the...
Hey, that's that teddy bear. I don't know his name, but I think it's the hip hop teddy bear thingy.
Biggest. They got Agent, they got Phantom, they got Duke, they got Davis, 4 YouTubers who individually have 1 million subscriber channels of their own. More specifically in the streaming world, Agent and Duke are probably the 2nd and 3rd most consistent in streaming outside of Kai, and they're averaging what?
Yeah, I think Agent, Agent.
10,000, 15,000 plus viewers every single stream. Duke doesn't stream consistently, but when he does, he's still able to pull off 10,000, 15,000, 13,000 viewers. So he still definitely has a following on Twitch. Chris respectfully definitely has the smallest individual platform out of all of them, but he can still pull a couple thousand on Twitch when he's streaming consistently. And then Davis doesn't stream as much as everyone else, definitely, but I think he's definitely embraced still trying to be a traditional YouTuber the most out of all of them. And he had a really good run this year of a couple videos reaching 1 million+ views every single time. And that's really impressive to me, I ain't gonna lie. In terms of who's the bigger group, I ain't gonna lie, there's still a very big gap right now. Unless you want to include the totality of Faze, and even then, it still probably would go to AMP. But if we're talking about the new iteration of Faze versus AMP, AMP is definitely the bigger group, I ain't gonna lie. But if we want to talk about who's the bigger streaming group, I definitely do think the gap closens a lot if we want to specifically talk.
I think Max can carry. I believe Max is definitely carrying on Faze, bro. I really believe Max is carrying Faze, bro. Like, I guess, like, you know, you got Kai for AMP, You got Max from Faze.
Talk about that. While Kai is definitely by far the biggest streamer between the two groups, if you look at their top three, you can still argue AMP. But if you want to compare what Max has done this year compared to what Agent has done this year, and what Jason or Ron has done this year compared to what Phantom has done this year, there is an argument to be made with FaZe winning that right there. But then if we expand the comparison to 6, 7 deep, I ain't gonna lie, if we compare Rage to Duke, if we compare
Rage to Duke, then yeah, wait.
Deep, I ain't gonna lie, if we compare
Rage to Duke, then yeah, most definitely I'm gonna give it to Rage.
To Duke, if we compare Lacey to Chris,
Lacey to Chris, like I said, I don't watch the Lacey guy, but I think he do a lot of clip forming. So I'm gonna give it to Chris. I'm gonna give it to Chris. It just Lacey, he alright, but he's just not my cup of tea.
If we compare Adapt to Davis, I think in terms of
Adapt to Davis, like I said, I don't know that dude.
Streaming, FaZe may be the bigger streaming group. I'm not gonna lie. Now, should AMP be afraid of FaZe? I'm gonna be honest. Fuck no. What is there to be afraid of? I think to me the more interesting part about this whole video,
it's just like me, I see it like just building them more. You know, each other can rise, bro.
Just analyzing how these two groups have gone about creating content, but I want to shout out Ronaldo here. The only people really comparing them are the fans.
People compare the top streamers together, that they need to one-up each other. People compare groups that they need to one-up each other. Brother, AMP is killing it in their own lane, doing their own thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they can both like coexist. They doing their thing.
YouTube and with streaming. FaZe is killing it in their own lane with YouTube and streaming. Sure, our YouTube could be better, but we just started. But like, we don't think in our head, how can we be better? And I don't think you guys think in your head, how can we be better? You guys do your own thing. Facts or no? It's a competition made up for the viewers. I don't think anyone thinks it's a competition with each other. I don't view it as a competition. Because if I viewed it as a competition, oh, I gotta be a better streamer than Kai, Phantom, Agent, Duke, Chris, Davis, you know what I'm saying? Like Phantom, like all these guys, right? Like if I have to be a better streamer than them, I'm setting myself up. Then I have to keep trying to one up myself. There's no point. I'm just sitting in my lane.
I think if we were talking about
so you got something like that, just stay in your lane. Both can like coexist, bro.
Sports content world and how athletes have taken over the space, I do think there may be a certain level of fear in terms of athletes coming into the space and replacing the old generation of content creators. But in the sphere that FaZe and AMP operates in, there should be no fear of essentially new competitors coming into their space. I think there is definitely enough room for both of these motherfuckers to reach their both potential without stepping on each other. I don't think that's ever going to be the case. But with the trajectory that these two organizations are heading into, I maybe not should, but I would definitely like to see a friendly competition between the two. I think it's going to bring out the best in both of the groups if that happens. I just hope it doesn't ever get too serious where like one person or, you know, one group is...
Bro, I feel like it's not going to be by them, but it's going to be, you know, because of the, like their fans, like the people on Twitter or X. It's going to be them people that doing that stuff. They're going to be pushing the narrative type stuff. That's all it is.
It's taking it way too serious, and I do think that's what
they're gonna be the fans that gonna do that on social media. They're the one gonna take that junk serious.
Was worried about in the beginning of this video is, yo, Duke, we're just fucking trolling, like chill out. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if any of these motherfuckers come out and say we just don't even look at what other content creators are doing, they're flat out lying. I ain't gonna lie. I hate it when content creators act like they don't check out other content creators' numbers. We all do it. Stop lying to the masses, man. Stop lying to America. It doesn't have to be toxic, but we all look at other content creators within our field and what they're doing, how their numbers are doing, how they're performing. But with that being said, let me know what y'all think about all this in the comment section down below. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Respect. There you go, man. Both just can coexist, but you already know. Link up in the description now. That good stuff, man.